next to the Z exhibit. Clichy 93 TV, much love. You can see by the reaction of the city how Nipsey impacted all of our lives.
I know everyone is hurting, but I'd like to say something to my city, Los Angeles. Y'all from LA, stand up. Because this pain is really ours.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Clichy 93 TV. I'm here with Black Jack. We just came from the Marathon Burger.
Fire.
Hold
on, am I on the right? Fire.
When you wait, we did wait an hour in the line, but the vibe was so great all around, talking to people, it didn't really feel like an hour.
Salute to Black Sam. This took about, this was, a couple years in the making, right?
Couple of years, yeah. He said, I think 2-3 years ago, he mentioned.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is we met people coming down from Phoenix.
All over. All
over, man. People flying in. But the food was something, for me, it was something out of this world because I wasn't expecting that. There was a lot of hype around it. The pound cake, bro, nothing like any other place that I've had it.
So once again, if you're in LA, 7507 Melrose, pull up, support.
Yeah.
You will enjoy it. I'm telling you, if you eat a lot, get more than one.
This is the juiciest part right here. Man, 1 hour wait. I love it. Last time I did an introduction, I want to redo it just in case others didn't watch our other show.
Our LA Fire thing, and the one we did with American Cholo, kind of the continuation with the hip hop conversation that had some technical difficulties. I was on American Cholo. I was I guess that's my claim to fame. I was a big black guy. In the back. Shout out to Gil.
Shout out Gil. Yeah, Gil was talking about Blackjack when he was talking about BBG.
Pause.
So, anyways, this man is a great songwriter, producer, top level. I've seen him work. And to me, I really honestly compare him to Dr. Dre. I'm talking about how technical he gets with the work. And I've seen him go to the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, right? So I know this for a fact, man. And so therefore I know how good you produce.
Definitely humbled by that introduction. Appreciate that.
You want to tell the people a little bit more about how you got into, when did you start?
Oh man, I started as a teenager. I got my first deal around, I think 19, early 2000s. Walk in the studio, Yuck Mouth from the Loonies is there. He's supposed to get on the record. He got on another record, but he knocked out that night. Steve Lobel was in the building. Who else? Sticky Fingers from Onyx. They're my OGs. We were real little when they came out, but and the homie Gold, from the Mo Thug family, rest in peace, because I worked a lot with several people on their team. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the big homie Meninsky. I ain't seen them dudes in years since I was a kid. I might have seen them once or twice, but so I came up kind of in that environment, with different people. You used to record out of Studio 56 in Hollywood, the back room, which is now the Americana over there in Glendale.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I mean? And, sometimes Enterprise was in a group with Damon Elliott, which is a producer, Whitney Houston's cousin. I've been around the way, people that know. People that don't know, I'm not out there smiling in front of cameras every day.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. Yeah. And so what keeps you going? Because it's a tough business. I know.
Yeah, if an artist needs help, production, or You know, sometimes co-writing or sometimes ghostwriting or sometimes just, you know, a lending ear. We can talk about that later. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I just
Yeah.
wanted a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
you
Just
know.
yeah, I got you.
Okay. I want to transition into something else.
Right.
Get back into the Nipsey empire. And Pac still feels like he's somewhat around because his music is still there. You listen to it, it feels like it was yesterday.
Right.
Now, with Nipsey, it feels the same. And it's been 6 years, maybe even 20, 30 years down the line, we're still going to have that love.
As far as LA, this is Nip's home base.
That's right.
So we're always going to have remnants of Nipsey Hussle in LA. We have legends that we've lost all over the city. And let's say Pacoima, Richie Valens. Dude had a short career, but we know who Richie Valens is. His legacy has outlived him.
Right.
I think the same will be for Nipsey. You know, I think the same has been for Nipsey. There's going to be other things that pop up around LA, and hopefully they venture out to other cities if, you know, if the environment allows them to.
Man, as we're on the brink of Nipsey's untimely passing, I think what you're doing is great, man. I got a chance to meet Nip in 2010. He ended up coming to a Laker game, and we were cool literally up until the time he had passed. And, you know, just to see his growth and his elevation and what he wanted for his people and his community, the growth in his music, album by album, tremendous loss to not only the city of LA, but the world. Got a tattoo right here on my hand to honor him. Rest in peace.
What do you say to the people that want to take away from his legacy?
I'd love to hear any rapper, especially from this city, aside from, and Kendrick's from Compton, I'm talking about just LA.
Right.
Any rapper from this city that's not that's not an OG, put out a project, charge $100 for it, and see how many they sell.
Genius.
See if Jay-Z buys 100 copies.
Right.
That goes to show you somebody's respect from arguably one of the greatest that ever do it.
Right.
No disrespect to anybody because everybody has an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But there's levels to everything.
Yeah.
If Jay-Z says something is it, you know, or if he supports something, people gonna listen.
I think that's almost like a step, basically.
I mean, yeah, that's a cosign, period. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but it's a lot harder not going straight through a label. I know some of the work they put in. You know, I know the situations that, you know, the doors that were closing on them. I've heard all the stories.
Right.
I mean, I learned a lot from Steve Lobel and them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, I known him since I was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I known him since I was skinny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so last time I saw him was at Scott Storch's crib. You know what I'm saying? When we were working on them records for R.
Yeah.
And this is not the type of city where you can go independent. Because let me be clear, Los Angeles is a cosmopolitan city, which means they don't get, like, you remember Hustle and Flow? You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I call it the skinny black syndrome. Skinny black can go to back to his hometown, and he can be the shit.
Yeah.
Cause he ain't competing with nobody. You come to LA, you competing with the top athletes, the top movie stars, the radio. They just play top 40.
Right.
You know, and he was still able to peek through that. How many motherfuckers from LA have done that without a major push?